Although roughly 70% of the NFL's players are African American, there are very few black kickers and punters who have played in the 101-year history of the league. Pressley Harvin is hoping to become the next black punter to wear the NFL shield on his uniform, and the Georgia Tech senior joins us now on BNC. Pressley Harvin III is the Ray Guy Award winner given to the nation's best punter in 2020. Pressley, congratulations to you.
Appreciate you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us. Tell us what you felt when you heard your name and then saw it on the trophy as the best punter in college football.
Man, it was truly heartwarming. Definitely a big honor for me, family and all, and everyone that's behind me this long. Since high school has been behind me, and just definitely thankful that it finally came together.
Now, you were a freshman All-America and All-ACC your sophomore and senior seasons, also a first-team All-America selection as a Yellow Jacket this year after leading the nation in punting average at 48 yards per kick. There at Georgia Tech, you became somewhat of a rock star as folks around the country were fascinated by your style as much as your punting ability. What has it been like to have so many fans, and not only those associated with Georgia Tech, embrace you?
It's been quite an honor, man. A lot of people started to recognize me when I first got in college. As you all know, I'm definitely not the biggest guy out there, but I'm definitely bigger than a lot of other punters. And, I kind of embraced it along the way. It's been a journey, man. It's been a heck of a 4 years here. Being able to see fan base, not only here, but other colleges, acknowledge me in my presence on and off the field. It's been a complete honor, man.
So Pressley, give us a sense of what your journey has been like. I read that you were usually the biggest kid in your Pee Wee leagues, as you somewhat referred to. Coaches have tried to persuade you to change positions in your past, and now you're the best punter in the land. For those curious about your journey, how did you get to this point?
Yeah, so I started punting when I was in 7th grade or so in middle school. I didn't start taking it full time until freshman year of high school, So at that point, my mom made it devoted to me saying that, if this is what you want to do, you can go ahead and take it fully and, just go ahead and we'll wake you up the whole way. So I started out as a freshman. I didn't play much. Got moved up to varsity. And then from there on out, sophomore year and up, I began getting a lot more training, got really, really good. I was able to be #1 in the nation for 2 years of high school, as well as playing a couple of different senior bowls my senior year of high school. And, Tech was definitely one of the guys, Tech was one of the schools that, I didn't really think about at first. And then I did my research. Heck of an institute. I'm getting my business degree next semester at the end of that. And, the school here is by far one of the best in the country. As well as the program here. I came under Coach Johnston's staff. And definitely was a really, really good coaching staff under me. And, the changes that I've been through now progressed me into where I am today. And, I'm truly appreciative for, the route that I've been through. It's been tough, man. Being one of the only African Americans at camps and all, it's been devastating to see, being known as, that black kid that can kick the ball. But, being now that my name is Pressley Harvin and, people starting to know my name now, it means a lot to me.
With that in mind, was there ever a thought about making a switch of positions, or were you always adamant that you were going to make it as a punter?
At first, it was a little bit of adversity. Back in my freshman year of high school, I played tight end at the same time, but had really, really deep talks with my parents. And, I told them, I don't think I'm going to get much taller. So, guys that want to make it as tight end, they're usually about 6'5" to 6'6" range. And I'm definitely not there. So I was like, you know what, I want to try this. I definitely got the talent. I just need the coaching. And I definitely put that behind me. And, I'm definitely glad that I made the decision of going ahead and sticking with punting, because I definitely wouldn't be here today if I didn't.
Yeah, you mentioned those tall tight ends. One of them, former fellow Yellow Jacket, Darren Waller, one of the best in the NFL. The goal, of course, is the NFL, where there just haven't been many black punters. Greg Coleman, Reggie Roby, Marquette King, 3 of the handful that come to mind. In your opinion, why haven't there been more African Americans seeking to make kicking the football a career aspiration?
I think the biggest thing was just the coaching behind it. A lot of guys, they're really, really quick, or they got really, really good hands. And, coaches don't really think about putting them in a punting or a specialist position is the biggest thing I think of. But definitely, man, I definitely want to see one day of it coming together in full swing, because this is a position that's different. And, people that want to put the time in that can do it one day, to definitely be successful at it, just like I will, as well as Marquette, Reggie Roby, as well as Greg Coleman and those guys. They've paved the way, and I want to let people know that it's going to be tough to do, but it definitely can be done.
Well, I know that you do what you can to help other young black men and black boys see the opportunities that are there in the kicking game. What would you suggest to those who are thinking about it but might be a little apprehensive to go that route?
The sky's the limit. Whatever you think you can put your mind to, you can do it, and it can be done. As well as it has been done before me, it can definitely be done after me. So, just buckle down. It's definitely going to take years of experience to get better at. Let a situational ball and, a lot of mental side of the aspect of specialist kicking is definitely the hardest part. So if you want to get into it, I definitely encourage every guy out there to do it.
All right, a few more questions for you. We'll go rapid fire style. First up, what is the craziest thing you've heard from fans, coaches, or even parents when they found out that you are the punter?
I think the craziest was, "Are you sure? Because you don't look like a punter." Because definitely, I'm about 260 right now, and I've definitely got a statue a lot of other punters don't have. And I always ask people ask me all the time, like, "What position do you play?" And I'm like, "You have to take the guess at that." And when they do, and I tell them I'm a punter, they have to like second guess it until I have to show them film sometimes or pictures.
Are kickers and punters as superstitious as we've been led to believe?
Definitely. A lot of us have a lot of superstitional traditions and stuff. I know one of mine, I actually got it from Marquette, a really, really good close friend of mine. When he's in the league, he always wears a sleeve on one of his arms. And a lot of the games since I've been here, I started doing that. And, I usually kick good when I have it on. So I kind of had that superstition of always wearing it.
All right, any other interesting superstitions or habits that you always have to make sure you check off that list before games, during or after games or practices?
Mm-hmm. So a tradition that I kind of put together this year, because the circumstances of this year was different because of COVID. There wasn't a lot of us that were able to be on the field for pregame and all this year. So what me and the other specialists do now, we'll try to hit the goalposts in pregame practice or pregame games.
Okay. Well, perhaps the greatest gift you can leave is a legacy, and you played at Sumter High School in South Carolina, and there were not one but two black punters who followed in your footsteps there. What would it mean to you to get drafted this spring, make your mark, and become a household name in the NFL, and possibly that would lead to more young black boys and men aspiring to be like Pressley Harvin III?
Man, it would be a true honor, man. It's been a long ways coming since I was definitely in high school. And the two punters that I've known, one of them, Dyson Roberts, that played at Sumter High under me after I left, just to tell those guys, I'm just a tribute to it. But it's a bigger picture behind it. I'm not going to be the only one. I already know that, and I haven't been the first one to be able to go to the NFL. And just to pave the way for those guys, to let them know they at least know someone that did the route the correct way and know it can be done, as well as the guys that are following up behind them all over the nation. Telling guys like those guys, anything can happen. You just got to buckle down and be the best you can be every day. You can get to this point.
Georgia Tech punter, Ray Guy Award winner Pressley Harvin III. Congratulations to you, sir. It's been a pleasure. We wish you the best moving forward as you make an attempt to carve that path in the NFL. Also, congratulations in advance on the degree from Georgia Tech, and thanks so much for joining us here on BNC.
Yes, sir. Thank you.